You are tuning in to a multi-decade story about the life of William, a simple man who decided to farm to help feed the world. Will he find his American dream or fail indefinitely? Find out in today's Mega. Time to head off to work for the day. Oh, I haven't seen you guys in some time. It's, what has it been? It's been about 6, 7 years since we've talked. I mean, we talked last in, I think, 1984. It's now 1989, so we've got a lot to cover. So we ended up leaving the cousins and everything back. We came out here to a new state, and we just wanted to try our hand at solo farming. A big thing opened up. We got quite a bit of land, and yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and show you around because it's been so long, and you guys just don't know what new equipment I have. First off, we have this beautiful Ford small block. I mean, look at the color on this thing. It's just gorgeous. Coming over here, we have an International DT 466. This thing is clean. Picked this up for a pretty reasonable price since we were making really good money before we moved. And then coming over here is all the good equipment. We have a nice implement here to rip up our ground. We have a little bit of a John Deere 825. This gets our weeds out. We have another International. Coming over here, we have a very beautiful 1586. This is our big horsepower tractor. It'll be doing a lot of the work for us. And of course, we have a John Deere disc to go with it. Coming around here, we have a lovely 1206. This thing is absolutely beautiful. We have a nice little John Deere sprayer. And then we have our corn and bean head, as well as our prized possession, our 4420. We bought this brand new off of the John Deere lot that is right down the road. And, you know, I couldn't be happier with this. Now, as far as my planter goes, we haven't selected one that we want yet. We got everything planted a little while back, and then we sold it off. So we're really looking for a brand new planter. I'm thinking maybe we get a John Deere or something. But nonetheless, we have a lot to do today. And what I mean by we have a lot to do is we have an oat field to harvest. We have exactly about 8 acres on this field to get done today. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it because it's already later in the day. I got started a little bit, had a little bit late night last night at the bar. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead, hop in our 4420, get this head hooked up, and then we're just going to go at it. This thing is just beautiful. I mean, I cannot believe we own this. When this combine first came out, I wanted it so bad, and the fact that we have one brand new is just insane. So we'll take this over here, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to park it over here in the grass for a second, and then we're going to go and run and grab one of our International harvesters so we can unload. Alright, let's go ahead and fire this thing up, lower it down. Just cut right in here. Oh, there we go. Alright, we'll catch you when we first unload. Alrighty, so we're finally unloading this. This is actually yielding a lot better than I thought it would have, so I'm really pleased with that. This is actually probably going to take us the rest of the day, if not a big part of the day, because, yeah, this is a pretty big field for the size head that we're running. I know they made a few bit bigger sizes of these heads, so probably going to look into a bigger bean slash small grains header here in the future, because this is just going to take forever. But nonetheless, once this gets done unloading, we're going to jump right back on into it. I am going to go down here and grab one of my tractors because we are going to go ahead and cultivate this field under, and then we'll get back to it. Ooh, listen to this baby purr. I'll absolutely love this tractor. Alrighty, climb out of the 1586. We'll just leave it there. I think it'll be fine there. We'll be able to get around it. And now we're going to run back to our combine. And climb down from there. Man, we are making a lot of progress. As you can see, we're trucking on along. We've already got almost half the field done, but our first truck is pretty much full, so we're going to get in here and then take it over to the shop. We'll grab the other truck, fill it up, and then we'll go to the granary. Alright, so we've got the other truck pulled up here, and we are just ready to finish out this oat field. It's yielding pretty good. We already got that one truck full, and I'm thinking we might be able to squeeze most of this in the other truck, and then I think we'll be good. Alright, so we've got our first truck full and the other one's pretty much 3/4 full, so we're going to go ahead, run this thing down to the granary because I really don't think we're actually going to have enough. And then once we finish up, we are going to get to disking and turn this field. Alright, so we're just going to drive up through here and then we will unload it. Holy cow, $19,000 for that load of oats? Oats might be our new favorite crop. I'm not even joking, like, this is insane. Alright, so we're going across the field right now, and we are on our very last row. That means once we get done, we will run our other truck completely up there, unload it, and I think we'll be sitting at somewhere around 50 to 55,000. And if we can do that, we're looking at a brand new planter, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, we are done. We're going to let this unload, then we're going to run this truck up to the granary as well. And then when we come back, we really need to disc up at least part of this field and get this soil turned over, ready to go for the following year. Well, we didn't get as much money as I thought, but this truck is evenly split over here. It's about half full. We'll haul that at a later date, but I really think $34,000, because we only had 250. I think that's honestly really good. Anywho, we're up in the tractor, and let's go ahead and unfold this and get to disking. Alright, well, wife wants me to go in and watch a ball game with her. It's on TV. I think it's like 1989 basketball tournament, UK Wildcats, something like that. So we're gonna go ahead, get out of this. We're gonna go in the house, and we will finish. Oh, it's the next day already, man. And we'll put the flag up. Alright, sent a check off because look at what we have purchased. We decided to purchase a Parker 4,000 bushel gravity wagon because we have another oat field to knock out, and honestly, running those trucks back and forth took a lot out of me, so I'm hoping adding this will actually help us speed things up, make a little less trips. Anyways, there's a lot to get done today. I mean, first off, we really need to finish up disking this field, but the oats are kind of calling us right now, so we'll wait. Did end up putting the duals on the 1206 here, and we're going to run it on the disc because the 1586 International is now on the chisel plow. This is a Case IH 55 chisel plow because we do own this old pasture field that the old farmer used to have behind here, but I started and made one pass. We're going to actually make a little bit of a field down here for next year. We're just wanting to start adding a few acres here and there. Already we have a lot of acres compared to most farmers in this day and age. So without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and unhook the 1206 because we're not going to disc right this second. We're going to go hook that up to the Parker gravity wagon, and then we are going to haul it over to our combine, which is already sitting out yonder. Made a few passes with it as well, but nonetheless, we need to go ahead and finish up that harvest. I'm not going to lie, putting the duals on this thing, it makes this 1206 look mean. And I mean, I absolutely love this tractor. It's a great tractor, but I did see an ad online for a new planter, and I'm thinking once we get this oat field done, we're going to have the money for it, so we're going to be looking at that and maybe a few other pieces of equipment. But you'll have to stay tuned for that because that is yet to come. Now, one thing we also actually did is we did hire the boy down the road. He said he needed a job really badly, and we ended up hiring him, so he's going to be doing some work for us. I kind of thought about getting him on the disc here, maybe switching that tractor over and getting him going on this while I start harvest, but we'll just have to see when he comes over and gives me a ring. So there's been some new technology out. It's called BT corn, and what basically this is it kind of has like insecticide and stuff already in it, so it's killing these bugs when they're eating it off the corn plant. But this corn is looking really promising. So the deer is full from the evening, and we're gonna go ahead and just fill this Parker up. We should be able to put quite a bit in this thing. I'm at least hoping, because I just hate having to run to the granary all the time. And this actually is, I think this is almost double the size of other fields, so we're gonna be on this for quite some time, unfortunately. But once we get this done, I think we're going to move on to plowing up that other field and just trying to add a little bit more ground to our farm. Alright, so we're unloaded, everything is running good. We're gonna go ahead and set this thing down. I did split this field technically into two for harvest wise. I wanted to get left of this berm first, and then we'll head over there. As you can see off into the distance, very small, but we've got the neighbor working. I'm only paying him about $4 an hour, so hope he's okay with that, but he gets to drive an awesome tractor and an awesome disc, so can't complain too much on that one. Crap, we're unloading again. We made one pass around the field, and I'm looking over here, and we are running on fumes for gas right now. As you can see, our dial is actually, it shows empty. So we're running off of fumes. I really hope I can get this combine ran over to our fuel cell really fast. If it dies on us, it is what it is. We have a few jugs around, but gotta get some diesel in this thing because we are running low. Oh, come on, can we get there? Can we get there? It's just right here. I feel like we're getting so close. I think we're gonna make it. Yes, we are actually going to make it. Oh, but you know what I forgot? It's on the other side. I always forget the tank is on the right side of the combine. Let me get this thing swung around. Come on. We gotta hurry, we gotta hurry. I really don't want this thing to die, and we are... Oh, it's starting to sputter out. Oh, it's just... Wow. We actually got it here, and it just shut off. So this thing is empty. So we need to go ahead, grab the hand nozzle right here, and fill this thing up. And the cap is screwed back on. The lovely John Deere is now full of diesel again, and we are ready to jump right back in to harvesting oats. Finally, we're on our last pass. We're finally getting this done. We've literally spent 3 different days on this field, so I am just happy to get this done. We can finally move on to different things and further our fields. Okay, now that we're down under the 4420, we're going to haul some grain in the morning, but I think we have enough daylight left where we can go make this field real fast with beautiful and amazing International 1586. Alright, so let's go ahead down here. I'll show you guys where I started it. You'll be able to see. I'm thinking we're probably just going to add some corn ground, a little corn soybean rotation over here. And then eventually one day, when things look up in the future, we'll make this whole field another field. Alright, well this is finally done. As you can see, it's getting really dark, but the clods in this are so big, so I'm half tempted to go grab the 1206 and beat this down with the disc, because like I said, it's just come out as good as I wanted it to, and plus, I'm not gonna lie, this chisel plow is more than the 1586 can handle, so hint, with the money we get off this oats, we might be getting something new, because I can't even rip up ground for field. Here we are on the last pass. Let's go ahead and turn around here. Alright, that should be it. So we just need to go ahead and pick this implement up, fold it, and I think we're gonna head home for the evening. 7 a.m. Well, it's actually been a while since I've talked to you guys. It's September 1st, and oat harvest was very, very nice to us. And if you're asking what I mean by that, you'll have to see here a few short seconds. That's right, the brand new 4955 diesel with amazing duals and a brand new 7000 series Max Emerge 6-row planter with liquid fertilizer as well. This is the ultimate setup for us right now, and with the acres we keep picking up, this was the best investment because this right here is a high horsepower tractor. Fortunately, the 1206 will be put in the back shed now because the big hoss is here. We are gonna go ahead, head to the lake for the weekend, go camping, and have some fun because it's paid off and it's already September and we are about to get real busy soon. Real quick PSA for everybody. This is a corrupted save game. A lot went on. I don't really know what happened. I spent an entire 6 to 7 hours trying to fix Farm Sim, and I just couldn't get anything at all. So this is a brand new save. You're going to see new equipment. I'm sorry about that, but I did the best that I can, and we're just going to continue with this series. Take a sip of my coffee this morning. Woo! Sun is out, and oh, look at that. We are ready to harvest some corn. So it's been a bit, and I feel as I need to show you guys around a little bit because there has been some new equipment. So first off, right here we have a brand new to us Brockway. We did get a low loader because we have some farther fields, and I'm thinking we can throw the combine up on this and actually just take this down because there's not a need to road it for hours and hours, so we'll probably just end up using this. We did have a 1066 come up, purchased that. It's got the clamp duals. We got a new header cart, and oh, you're probably wondering, William, you've got some red equipment, and that's just a little bit different. So, you know, you're just going to have to sit around and wait for a few seconds. That's right, the John Deere Combine is gone, and the International 1480 is here. This thing is an absolute beast. It's on BF Goodrich, wide stance. I mean, this thing is going to be able to take everything it is thrown at it and just run with it. I mean, we got an 8-row head and a pretty darn big platform head as well. Moving back over here, we do have our 3-point tillage bar. We have our beautiful 7000 John Deere planter. This is the one constant that stayed after everything corrupted. We have our beautiful 986. We have a rotary hoe slash tiller back here. And then we're going to do something a little bit different on this one. We do have an old 80s grain trailer. This is going to be able to hold a lot more. And I think we'll be able to haul a little bit more grain as well with this. And then last but not least, we do have a 4055. I believe we had a little bit bigger version of this in the last time, but nonetheless, this is what we came out with this time. I'm loving this setup. We're going to have a lot of fun today. There's a lot of stuff to get done. And yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. So, first things first, we're going to come over here to the 1066, climb up on it, fire it up. We're just going to go ahead, take this head over to the field, and then we're just going to open up. It might still be a little bit wet this morning because it is only 8. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and try because this is super exciting. I know y'all are going to have to say something, so I'll go ahead and address it. Yes, this is an International 8-row on top of a John Deere header cart. It is what it is. It's going to work. Let's get into it. Alright, shut the 1066 down, and I'll meet you guys when we have everything hooked up and ready to open the field up. We'll climb down from there. Alright, 1480. Hooked up, 8-row head, ready to go. We brought over the beautiful Parker, a gravity wagon with a 4055. This thing's ready to be filled up. And then last but not least, we do have our grain trailer. With that being said, I think it's just time to get in this and see if it is ready to go. Alright, lower the head, fire this thing up. Looks like everything's running the way it should. Just go ahead and go to the edge of the field so we don't mess much up, and we will just kind of edge into these rows a little bit right here. There we go. We'll catch it. Alrighty, we're going, and we're reading good on the monitor so far. And we already missed corn. Look at that. Terrible farmers here. Anywho, it is sucking it all down right now, and it looks like it is going fine so far. Alrighty, we need to check some of the debris out here. I want to make sure we're not sending grain through the back end. No, I'm not seeing a whole lot of beans. Let's walk a couple rows over. This is what will really tell us. Nope, nothing at all. I don't even see all the cobs that's spitting out are clean too. So we're going to go ahead, you know, hop right up in here and keep going with this harvest because it is a perfect day for it and there's rain in the forecast. So we have got to get going. Alright, and we are done making one lap around the field. I'm going to actually unload into the semi just to see what our grain is looking like. It, for the most part, looked clean, but I just want to double check. Alright, so don't ask me how I climbed up on the roof, but here we are. It is looking actually really clean. There's some cobs here and there. I kind of moved some things over. It should be a little bit cleaner, but overall, this is just perfect. So yeah, now that we're unloaded, I think we're ready to jump back in the field and actually make some progress. just like that, we are finally done with this field. And I think we might run this truck up to the granary, see what we can't get off of it, and then I'm actually going to take the 4055 off the Parker because I thought we were going to need it, but I don't think we will. I'm not done unloading yet, but anywho, we're going to take that, put that on the cultivator, and we'll probably go ahead and rip this field up. We don't do a whole lot of no-till around this area, and I think by then that's pretty much a full day. Alright, listen to this thing absolutely purr. We're going to go ahead, whip it wide into the field. Yeah, I don't want to hear anybody. We missed some corn, but that's a little more for the deer to come and get, and I might be able to bag me a doe or something. Looks like our beans are coming in nicely over here. Kind of excited to get at them. I think it'll be maybe another 2 weeks before those fully turn, but nonetheless, we're almost to the co-op up here. You can kind of see it in the distance. I'm really hoping we get a lot of the money because we honestly need it, and to upgrade and go into the 1990s, well, we've got a long way to go. Well, the truck is still unloading and we are racking up the money. It looks like these guys have some fertilizer, some Roundup. I'm thinking this is going to be the place we come for chemicals. They even have seed beans and corn, it looks like, as well as an option to buy some hay. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very, very, very good place to come and get all of our needs. Nonetheless, as we're pulling out, that was some premium corn. That's the best bushels they've had in the state yet. I know. Keep the applause down. But we gained a whopping $33,000 off of that load. So I can't complain too much. We're definitely going to be able to buy more ground and expand this farm in the 1980s. But we have to get back and really start with some tillage. Alright, I know it's loud in here. We got the 4055 hooked all the way up to this international. We're going to go ahead, till up a little bit of land. We are going to have to watch the time because we have a farmer's pull. Basically, it's a tractor pull. If y'all don't know what that is, we try to see what tractor can pull a big, heavy object the fastest. So we did get our old truck hooked up to a lowboy. We're gonna take the 1066, and then I actually want to take the John Deere too, so we really need to get after it. So yeah, now we're hauling butt to the field. It's super bumpy. I hope we don't break anything. And we will come back and get the combine. We still have some fields to do that's left, so I'm not too worried about moving it right now, and it's not in harm's way.
Likely the light of mine will burn out in the mountains where I spend my rambling years. I paid my sins from the poor traveling days. Oh Lord, please, can't you hear my prayers? So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Most likely the son of mine will be found in the mountains where I'm born and raised. I paid my duty as the sunny side cutie. Oh Lord, hear the sorrow in my heart. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit in my rocking chair. I rode my buddy.
Well, crap, it looks like it's about time to head to the pool, so we're going to have to drop this, and that's unhooked. So, we actually got a good chunk of it done. I'd say we're almost halfway done, but the time is right. We gotta go, so we need to go load these things up real fast. Alright, both the tractors are on there. Now we just need to hook this up, but I think that's gonna do it for us. I'm gonna go enjoy my evening with all the guys in front of the fans, and we will catch y'all tomorrow or whenever we're back doing chores on the farm. Well, I think everything is ready to go this morning, and boom, look at this. We did get something new. We have a 500 bushel John Deere grain cart hooked up to our 986, and guess what? We have a bean field ready to harvest. So we've already gone ahead and opened it up, and we're gonna head down there and just get right into it because they're cutting good and there's rain in the future forecast. So usually the option on this, there was diamond cut looking tread, but I wanted something a little bit more grippy because we have a pretty heavy loam around this area. Just wanted a little more traction just in case we have to get it in. And look what's going on down here. We got the neighbor doing some tillage. Looks like he is getting along pretty good over there. We'll just let him roll. I told him to call me if he has any problems at all, or we're just right down the road. He can drive the tractor over here, but nonetheless, he's getting that done for us, and that's one less thing we have to worry about. So I know there is a lot going on here. I'll hop out real fast when we pull in and run over it real fast. So like usual, we got the beautiful 1480. We made a couple passes around. We did indeed bring the 1066 with the Parker gravity wagon. This does hold about 4,000 bushel. And then we brought our Brockway down here, of course, and the granary is just over the hill, so we shouldn't have a problem making quick trips if needed. Then of course we had to bring the header cart down here, and last but least, we did actually put the combine on here and drive it down here. I just wanted to test this just in case we got to move things to farther fields in the future, and this thing worked out great. But with that being said, the 1480 is actually pretty much full, so we're going to go ahead and test this John Deere grain cart out for the first time. We're full now, so I'm just going to hop out, go over here to the combine, and get right back at it.
Left the big city for the simple country life. Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground come the sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, no George Jones and Gary Sturt, and all them young guns, yeah, they've been through. Tell you one thing that you won't believe, a woman ain't nothing but a thing to me. Burn right through them like a cigarette, or a line of cocaine on a private jet. I give them good loving like they won't forget. Baby, good Lord knows what time it is. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. I'm a honky-tonk star. Lord, I'm a honky-tonk star. I could get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star.
So jumping out of the 1480, we have done about, maybe half this field, maybe a little less. But nonetheless, we actually have the grain cart full for the first time. So let's hop in here and see how this thing works. So it's got the hydraulic arm. We'll go ahead and fold that out. And then we just simply pull up to one of our vehicles and unload it. We're going to start with the gravity wagon first. And this should get most of it full, I believe. Probably all of it. We'll see. Well, we unloaded it for the first time, and I'm basically going to hop up here and see what we are full-wise. So, yeah, we're pretty full. We'll put just a little more in the back, and then we'll haul this thing down the road and unload it. But I think we should probably be able to get by with just one truckload and maybe another half of this. I mean, these beans are yielding really, really good, but it just takes a lot more beans to fill up things rather than corn. And I am going to move this tractor down here, so we just have to walk back, grab the combine real fast. But this will make it easier where I won't have to drive the combine clear over here when I need it to unload. We'll just be able to drive over here real fast and unload into our new auger wagon.
It's likely the light of mine will burn out in the mountains where I spend my rambling years. I paid my sins from the poor traveling days. Oh Lord, please, can't you hear my prayers? So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Most likely the son of mine will be found in the mountains where I'm born and raised. I paid my duty as the sunny side cutie. Oh Lord, hear the sorrow in my heart. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. To a place where I can sit in my rocking chair. I rode my buddy up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Rode his body up the mountain. Rode his body up the mountain.
Ooh, I really hope one day we have auto steer or something, because this is going up and down, man. It'd be nice just to sit back and watch other things rather than having to steer and have my hand on the hydrostat, but one can only wish. Good Lord, we finally got this massive field done, and it could not feel better. We do have just probably like a little 2 acre over here we're going to have to grab real quick, but nonetheless, I mean, I thought we were getting good bushel beans, but I really don't think we are, because we haven't even filled up that thing, and yeah, we're not even going to get a truckload off of it, so it is what it is. Beans are up though, so we should get a good payout, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and just harvest this field real quick, and then that will be a wrap on our 1989 harvest. There we go, everybody. That is a wrap on harvest. I cannot believe next year is a whole new time period, the 1990s. This is going to be absolutely insane. I'm sure technology is going to keep growing, but nonetheless, that's not going to change anything for us. We'll still be here and farming away and going at it. And there we have it, stepping out of the 1480. Man, this has been a great combine this year. We went ahead and finished off the Parker gravity wagon, and now all we got to do is take a little hike back up here, and then we will unload that, haul a little bit of grain, and we'll get all this stuff back up to the shop, and we are definitely going to cook some steaks tonight and celebrate hard. First things first, everything is done now. I feel really good. Let's get up in the 1066 and go make some money. Here we are pulling up to the Chillicothe, Missouri granary, and we are about to make some serious cash. Well, we stepped down from the combine, and everything else is parked over there. We're going to get things washed up tomorrow, but I think it is time to celebrate harvest being done. We have a lot of money that has been made this year, and we still have a truckload to take in, so we're about to be pretty well off. So I'm going to treat me and the wife and the kids to some steaks, and we will catch y'all in the 1990s. Well, look at the sun. It's out this morning. We have a lot to do today. So, it's been 3-ish years since we've talked. I know time has been going by real fast, but it is the 1990s now. There's been a lot of new equipment, and I mean a lot, and I'm sure you can go ahead and see part of it right here. We have an all-new Kinsey 3200. Man, these things are brand new. It's going to be awesome. We got the 4455. This thing is an absolute powerhouse, and then there's quite a bit I want to show you around the farm that has changed. So starting us out, no, I haven't got rid of the 250. This truck is just too beautiful. We've been keeping real nice clean and care of it, so it's not going anywhere. But what I want to get into is in here. So that's right, 1066, going nowhere. This is still my favorite tractor of all time. Just can't get rid of it. We still use it for basically a few things around the farm, but nonetheless, we're going to come over here and look at this brand new 8670 New Holland. Man, this thing's pretty. We have a new New Holland dealership down the road, and we had got to snag this because it was just too clean. We needed a big power tractor, and behind it we have a brand new John Deere disc as well. Man, this thing is going to rip up some ground. Over here we still have the 7000 series planter. We use this to scotch and beans, or if we want to run two at once, we get that. And then we also have the 4755. We do not have the dual sport. We've thought about purchasing them, but we haven't. And then we have a brand new 3-point hitch John Deere sprayer. This thing is top notch, and it can get a lot of acres done fast. But that's enough in this shed. We'll leave that open because I think we're going to disc a little bit, maybe, I don't know yet. And we're going to come over here and show you a little bit around what has changed. So as you see, these have sat in the same spot, and as we'll pan around here, you can see that, oh, there's the combine, and it has been sitting here for about 3 years now. As you can tell, this thing got done the last harvest season you guys saw, and it has sat here ever since, as well as this cultivator over here. Man, it just got put back here, and they are shown no love. We've thought about trading them off, but I think they're just gonna have to sit there. So coming around this corner, I'm not gonna give it up immediately, but I think you can tell we have invested into a new combine because we have some new brand new heads. We got a new bean head as well as a corn head. And then coming over here, every once in a while we use this. It's not a regular, so it sits over here, not too much care from it, but nonetheless We do have the truck over here, as well as our 986, and then the sprayer. Those have been abandoned as well. I know, I'm sorry, a lot of fans love that, but the setup just had to go. Coming over here, yes, we still do have our 4055. It does not get used, but we maintenance it just in case anything goes down. And we are still running the same 500 series John Deere grain cart. This thing is a tank, and there hasn't been really anything else out on the market that has enticed us as well. And then finally, the huge reveal. I know what you guys are going to say. There's no way your prices were this good, but let me tell you, we had a bumper crop back to back to back. We were able to purchase a bunch of stuff, and we're just super blessed. So starting us off, we have a bunch of old dump trailers. So we got 2 old dump trailers that we bought off of a rock hauling company. These things are pretty good condition, and they're really good for hauling grain. Then we have a brand new Mack truck, as well as the other Mack truck. We got this one in blue and that one in black. And then here is the big reveal, then John Deere 9400 on duals. I've got to admit, we have picked up a lot of ground, so it's going to be a challenge getting all done this year, but I really think we can do it. Now, we could go over hours and hours of new equipment, how we got it, and how it went into play, but I think the best thing to do is just go ahead, get in the new tractor, and just showcase it off, because we've worked real hard for all this new equipment, and being the first year with it, I think it's going to be awesome. So the 4455 is absolutely mint, guys. This thing is just beautiful. It's brand new. I think we're going to try to keep this in good condition, because I got a feeling these might be worth something one day. Oh, we're on our second pallet, man. We've been throwing bags, and this thing is starting to get full, but I think we have a few more bags gone, and then I think we can go ahead and get some corn planted on the 1st of May. Man, this is going to be a great year. Alright, this 3200 is folded out. It is ready to go, and I think we can't hold on much longer. I think we just have to jump right into it and go ahead and knock this field out, man. Coming out here, man, I heard something loose. I don't really know what it is. I guess we better raise this thing up. I mean, I'm gonna have to grab seats shortly anyways, but I'm really hoping I didn't do anything here. Alright, and that is done. So actually, all that was happening is the closing wheels were loose, and the firmer was loose as well, so we got that all good. And as you can see, we had the neighbor boy bring over the sprayer. I'm probably gonna let him finish off planting in a little bit, and we are gonna go ahead and finish up this spring. We got to kill off these weeds. It's a lot, so we can get in here and disc it up and then plant a good crop. Alright, so we got the neighbor about to run up there. We have our wings unfolded. Tank is all full of herbicide, and I think we're ready to get after it.
Likely the light of my the rest spend my rambling years. I paid my sins from the poor traveling days. Oh Lord, please, can't you hear my prayers? So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Most likely the son of mine will be found in the mountains where I'm born and raised. I paid my duty as the sunny side cutie. Oh Lord, hear the sorrow in my heart. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit in my rocking chair. I rode my buddy up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear.
Alright, so we're getting out of the 4755. We have got that sprayed. I didn't want to walk out in that, so we did pull it up, but nonetheless, I think we are about done. It looks like the neighbor's finishing up on our cornfield behind us, so I think we will go finish that, and then I think we're going to be pretty good standing for the day. And here we are on the last pass. We are going to meet the end right about now. We'll pick it up. First field of plant 1993 is done. So we are going to go over and stage this in the next field just out yonder. And I think, it might need some spray on it because the weeds are going to pop in. We'll probably plant it and then spray it. That'd make more sense. But until then, we're just going to put this over here. Should be able to park it there. And I think we're good for that part. Now we did come over here to the New Holland because I am going to put this over here by this field because we're going to have to tear this up next. Let's try not to hit the seed. Oh, there we go. We missed it. We're going to put this right in here. We'll give ourselves enough room to not step in the pesticide. And I think that will be our next tasks. Alrighty, so I think we're sitting pretty good for the day. I have an agronomy meeting I have to run to, or else, we would be going until just we couldn't see anymore. The week looks good, and we still don't have like a lot of acres, but we're picking up more. So nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead, get showered, and then we have to go to that meeting. Let's take a drink of our coffee. Man, it's a gorgeous day outside. Another day in May, and we've got to get more planting done. That's just all there is to it. I brought the New Holland over here because we did work the ground on this field behind the house. We actually got it planted as well. It's a few days later. Now we've got 2 fields done. We need to get this one done down here, and then preferably this one. So I don't think there's much more to do but to basically go over the tractor this morning. We'll make sure that the oil is fine. Hydraulics are all there. Already looks good. I don't see any leaks or anything. Probably need to put these down. Not too worried about it. We'll just run them. I've got the depth set, what I wanted. I think everything's good. We got row cleaners on. Should be good to go. So we need to go ahead and just, hop into this field and see how far we can get. Alright, hopping out of the 4455, just want to check to see if the seeds are all good here, which so far it looks like our depth is about right for what we're planting. Yeah. We have a rain coming. I'm not too worried about putting them too deep. We got them about 1.5 inches. That'll work for me. They'll get rained in. And now, we just got to knock out this field. We are out of seed too, though, so we'll probably have to take the truck up to the co-op if we run out, which I'm assuming by this field, halfway or more, and even the next field we will. So we're going to go ahead, try to knock this field out, see how far we can get, and then we'll have to run to town to get more seed. And just like that, we are done planting. Look at that. I don't know why. I guess I didn't remember that the neighbor actually came and finished planting this while I was gone at meetings. So we are actually done. I had no clue we would finish this fast. We definitely have a lot of maintenance and stuff to do around the farm, so we can't just leave and be done yet and relax, because there is a lot of more stuff to be done. We have to actually go look at a piece of ground we're going to be thinking about buying, and then we also have a piece of land that I am auctioning off because it's just not really good ground, and I don't really want to farm it anymore. Oh man, 4455 is looking great as ever. Like I said, we need to go look at that field real quick. I'll actually take you guys by the field we're auctioning off as well, and we'll kind of just see where we're sitting. Alright, so let's take a little drive here. I really need to move the New Holland. Kind of parked it in a terrible place. Hope nobody's coming around here. The field we're auctioning off is actually the one we had last season. I just don't feel the need to have it anymore. We planted this in soybeans and that field in soybeans, as you saw. But this field right here is terrible dirt. I'm just going to be honest. It's awful. So it basically splits into two different pieces of ground over here with this big old berm in the middle. And this is just a pain in the rear end to get around. Like I said, this thing yielded terrible on soybeans, and I don't even want to try to put it through corn. So this will auction us off, and we'll actually get quite a bit of money, I believe, from this. And yeah, I think we'll just go straight to the field that we're looking at buying now. Alright, let me open this gate, push it all the way. There we go. So here is the field. We got our truck. Nice little entrance. Like I said, here's our field right here. Shop is just right there if you can't see. But here's the field right here. I think this is a pretty good piece of ground. I don't know how much they want for it yet, and I think we'll go ahead and see what it's worth. I gotta go make some phone calls from the house phone, and then probably go meet some guys. The auction is set to happen tomorrow, so we'll just see what happens. Well guys, there we have it. We are 2 days later, and ground already sold. There's a farmer down the road that actually used to own this ground before I had it, and he was thrilled to get his old field back. He said it's got a lot of history in it. He thinks he can get it back to where it needs to be. It'll take a lot of work. It's just something that we don't have the workload for here on this farm. And I actually did go ahead and purchase the other field as well. So I thought we were done planning, but we have one more day. It's going to be one more field. I think we can get it knocked out. And then we got a lot of money off of that field, and stuff is looking pretty bad around here. So I don't know if there's a place around here that has a mower or something, or a bat wing, but we have got to fix this farm up a little bit because it's looking absolutely terrible in my own opinion, and we need to kind of clean things up around here. So we'll go ahead, head down to that field. I've got enough seed, hoping we can use it all, and I think we're going to put it in beans as well because bean prices are supposed to be really good this year. So we have a couple fields in corn, and then I think we'll have 3 fields in beans. I forgot about that too. We actually have to go and see if these things will run because there's a local farmer who's starting up, thinks he can use some older equipment. I told him I had a bunch. We'll see what he thinks, but we'll probably get him to come by in the following days, and we'll have to maintenance all those and see if they run, what runs, what doesn't. So we'll look at getting those moved out because they're not doing anything for us, and hopefully somebody else can get use out of them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. Goodness, this grass is terrible. I think we'll start on in-rows first. And here we are again, last field of this 1994 era. Man, it feels like it's been a long few weeks getting these fields in, but happy to have new ground that's actually fertile. So we'll head back up to the shop, and little change of plans. We will look to see if we can find a mower. If not, we'll start servicing some of these vehicles up there, but I will see y'all when we get up to the farm. Well, would you look at this? Spent a lot of time. The Brockway honestly looks like it's probably shot unless I do a lot of engine work to it, which don't really have the time for. Not saying it's not an option, but we did get this thing fired up right here. The combine works as well. It just needs some TLC, which he can actually do that. I'm going to take the 986 up here to the front, at least put it up here so we can get it out of the grass, maybe give it a bath or something. And I think he'll be by to pick it up soon. I also think that we can probably let him take a look over here at the John Deere planter. I feel bad that we hardly ever even use this. It's just, the Kinsey is way too nice. I don't know. I know this has liquid set up on it. I don't think we utilize it enough. And the auger as well. I think we can get everything put out. But I've got, a long evening. Daughter's got a dance recital again. So we're going to go in, freshen up, and head to that. Oh, get that tied up. Raised the flag this morning. We had a terrible windstorm a few nights ago. Tore a lot of things up. It's June now, everybody. Crops are well on their way, and we have some burn down to do. If we come over here, for example, I know, don't look. It is terrible. Everything is absolutely healthy, but if we do not get control of these weeds, man, we're going to be sitting in very, very bad shape. I haven't checked any of the other fields this morning, but seems like this is probably going to be the case for all of our fields, so we're going to have to put a lot of herbicide down, which I put residual and Zidua in here. Doesn't look like it worked very well, so we got a big day ahead of us. Let's get to spraying. Let's knock this out. So there is talk of self-propelled sprayers. There is a few prototypes out. There actually is a few out. We just don't have the money for it right now. I say that as we do have $149,000. That's actually, a lot, and the grain we get off of this should be outstanding this year if we can keep up with the weeds. And then a little bit later, we also actually need to start side dressing our corn with nitrogen. We can just change the tips over these, and they will basically just be little nozzles that just put nitrogen down. So we'll get on the herbicide as quick as possible, which this REIs are going to put us out of the field for the rest of the day once we do this, but I'm sure we can find some other various things to do. Also, if you notice, the money went up because, look around, where is everything? We sold all of the equipment minus the Brockway, and the guy actually found him the same combine as mine, a little better condition, so he bought the heads, he took the tractor, the sprayer, but he's going to use this as parts combine, so it is going to sit here. So if anybody ever shows up and is taking parts off this thing, no, it's not getting stolen. It is a deal we worked out, and now I'm sitting at a really good place with money. But enough about money. We got to get fields to action because this is just absolutely ridiculous. I guess it slipped under my rug, and I didn't burn down the field. So now we are a little bit behind, but hopefully we're going to use some really powerful stuff. Alrighty, so this is unfolded. Booms are all out. We will prime these. I had a couple of nozzles break out last time I sprayed, so we had to put new ones on it. But here we are, man. We got to get after it. You guys are going to ask, why is there corn in your soybean field, William? Well, this was just to calibrate the planter. We're gonna put stuff on the soybean that's gonna kill this corn, so it's not gonna stick around. It'll actually give us a place to pull the header cart in here, which we don't have. I guess we need to buy it, but we're gonna go ahead and spray this because it is pretty darn ugly. So, if everybody remembers, we did buy a new field. We auctioned off the one on the left, which I don't know what's going on over there. Doesn't even look like he's planted it. Anywho, that's not my business. But we had a couple bags of seed we planted over in the new bean field we bought, okay? And nothing came up. We lost about half of our field. I went and checked it this morning. I was a little appalled, and let's just say some seed companies have been called. They've collaborated, and man, farmers aren't happy. This is happening all over the place. We'll get compensation for it. I think they'll basically just pay us like a crop destruct fee, but it is what it is. I'm upset about it. At the same time, I have a fixed cost already, or a fixed allowance that I'll be paid. Can't be that bad. Reduces my workload. Like I said, we got to get all these fields sprayed first. You guys will probably see that field. I'm sure it'll be a weedy mess, and we honestly probably just need to go over there and disc it up. I'm hoping we can just spray it and kill it, but if it gets to the point where I think we need to do other action, we might spray it, give it a few days, and then disc it into the ground. We've hit this field on our right as well. It seems to be dying off pretty well. You can see the weeds are yellowing up, and I think we're going to get some pretty high soybean yields. I'm glad that the market looks like it's going to be in favor for soybean. Man, we planted a lot of it the way we were rotating stuff. But we're getting close to this field, and I'm getting a little nervous. Haven't been to it in a few days. We'll see how it is. So, here it is. We'll go ahead, start unfolding this. I don't really know. Well, see, I did put residual down over here. I must have not stirred up the weed seed enough. Doesn't look like we got any. Well, there's a little bit out here. But, yeah, it's just a big playground, and I'm upset about it. So, let's spray it and try not to worry too much.
Left the big city for the simple country life. Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground come the sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star.
There we have it. That field is sprayed. We are loading our booms up right now, and we're gonna head back to the house. I think we might grab a little bit of lunch. I'm getting pretty hungry, and all this spraying is, yeah, it's building up an appetite because sitting in this cab over and over again, got a bit of a headache smelling all these dang chemicals. Hopefully these chemicals, I don't know, they figure a way to make them, you know, not so strong in the future smelling, I guess, but don't think that's gonna happen. And yeah, so let's go back up to the farm. So it's late, and I've got a crazy idea. It's probably not going to work, but I can't stand to look at the bare ground anymore. Guy went home. It's been half a day later, and I'm thinking we take this 1066. I say we go scotching some beans. So here we are. As you can see, weeds are gone in this soybean field. I love the look of that. We may get lucky. Maybe the herbicide worked at the other place too. But we're taking this tractor down to try to scotch in some beans in June. I know, crazy. I don't think it's going to work, but we found an extra couple of bags of seed we've had sitting around. They were free to us from a dealer out of somewhere, a startup company. I think they were called Bex or something? Maybe Bex? I have no clue. All right, here is the setup. We've gone a little bit. Depth looks great. This planter hadn't been used in 2 seasons, if not hardly at all. I don't know, but let's get to it. Don't have sunscreen on. I'm probably gonna blend in with this tractor. And here we are at the end of the field, man. We are done. I'm burnt up, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm hurting bad, so I think we want to go home and relax for the rest of the day. Basically now we just gotta monitor these crops, because, like I said, we've put herbicide on them. Off camera we fertilized them. And now that we have our beans scotched in, I think it's more so just kind of a waiting game. We will maintenance stuff, and soon enough, our corn will be ready. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, we'll be getting the brand new John Deere out and seeing what it can do. And there we have it, 1066 shut down, 7000 series planter. Probably retired for the year. Actually, yes, retired for the year, definitely. No more replanting, no more oopsies. I think it's time to go inside, and I'm sure we'll see y'all in a handful of months, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see if we even keep farming. You never know what happens in great land of America. Well, everybody, welcome back. I didn't know if I'd ever see you guys again, but look what time it is. It is October, and as you can see, just barely through in between the buildings, we have corn ready to harvest, and most of our beans are a few days away from harvest. So what do we do now? We're gonna pull everything out, go over everything. I've actually went over the combine already, make sure everything's running, but we have corn to get to. So these dump trailers are absolutely killer to have, and these semis, man, they are so nice. They're used to us, but they're crazy good, and I can't complain. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is actually try to pull on up over here, and we'll go ahead and stage one of these right here. We'll pull the grain cart out and pretty much just get ready to roll. Alright, so the 4055 is out and running. We'll let that sit for a little bit. Needs to warm up. Hasn't been ran in quite some time. Now we have to run and grab our harvester. Man, the butterflies are starting to rise because I am ready to harvest. So, little PSA before we keep continuing this video. Mod problems out the wazoo. The John Deere combine and the head with it, I tried working on for hours and hours. Did not work. So now we're going with a little bit different take here. We got a 1620 axial flow. Didn't do all the research. Hoping this stays with the 90s, but like I said, this is on the fly. And just thought I'd give a real quick PSA because a lot of people are going to be real confused. But anywho, jumping right back into it. So, we got everything completely up and running. Man, we had some combine problems. I mean, we got in here and the combine wouldn't work, blah, blah, blah. Well, Deere came out and basically said it was not going to work. And they were going to either have to order us a new one or take everything back. Said they've been having problems with them. So, we went to the, international dealership and they hooked us up. I mean, really fast. So, we're going to go on with this case, International Axial Flow 1620. I really hope this works because we need something to work. I mean, just listen to this thing. It sounds rowdy. If this works better than the John Deere, man, I have to go to a case IH. So here we are. Let's see. Yeah, this is already working a lot better. Let's just see what we can do. So, opting out of the case IH, man, this 1620 was absolutely eating this field up, and we did a good job on this field because we're already full, and I mean we haven't even made it around the field. We did barely like half a pass maybe, so it kind of sucks that I'm the only one here today. The neighbor is on vacation, so we're gonna have to do this the old school way, a lot of swapping. Probably not gonna get as near as much stuff as we want done, but I guess we'll just see how much we can get done. And so far I cannot lie, man, this combine, not as beefy as the John Deere, but this thing rips, and it has me real excited to see how this performs. So while this unloads, I'll tell you what though, man, the 12 row does not give this much room to get by. We're gonna have to be real careful. Think it'll work, but when we get to a soybean draper, haven't got it ordered yet, I'm thinking we're gonna have to go decently small because, like I said, we have no room for error at all. So we'll park the 4055 right there. It'll be filled up soon enough. I think we're just going to start going up and down. We might make a lap around the field. I don't know. We're just, do whatever. It's first day of harvest, so just fingers crossed nothing else happens, because we have had one heck of a day and a half already. Well, here we are, and the 1620 is all the way full. Our grain cart is all the way full, so we're going to run, sprint as fast as we can. Whew, I'm not in shape for this. We're going to unload the grain cart into the one that is actually in the road, and then I think we will come back and actually, you know what? We have 80% full. We'll fit a little bit more onto this combine. Like I said, this is our only field that is 100% ready. A lot of the bean fields are a day or two away, so not too bad. We're just easing on into it. It's nice that we're not full bore yet. I don't quite know how we're gonna do this. Guess I'll just ease onto the road and hope I don't break an axle in the ditch. We'll take it sideways. Make sure we're watching our side mirrors. Don't want the auger wagon to break. Okay, think we're good. We'll just pull up beside here and let it unload. Alrighty everybody, here we are pulling away from the trailer. It looks like it's a little over half full. We're gonna load the crap out of these things. Hopefully DOT doesn't get us, if you know what I mean. But we'll end up taking that down to the co-op and selling it off to see if we can't make a little money today. But first off, we gotta get right back into harvest. So, while I'm up in here, we are about 50% full. We'll just go till it fills up again, which was stupid. I probably should have unloaded it, but nonetheless, we are trucking on along, and man, this corn is super bountiful. I'm telling you, man, unloading and looking at this thing, we probably should have got an 8-row head, because this is, yeah, man, this is sketchy. I mean, I think you're going to be able to see a few paint chips here pretty soon, because there's no way I'm not going to be able to keep that head out of the side of that auger wagon. So we are out of the 1620. Grain cart is full again. I think we're probably going to fill up the Fruhof fully, and then I actually want to go down to the co-op and see if these dump trailers actually will work. I'm a little hesitant because I know they kind of have like an enclosed area, and I don't really want to drive this to the other co-op, which is like 20 minutes down the road. It's nice that this one is literally like a 2-minute drive, so be careful again, make sure we don't hit anything, and we'll unload into this trailer. Well, it is not near as full as I thought. I got up there and checked it. It looks like we're actually just barely over half. I thought we were already at half, but I forgot how deep those Fruhof beds actually are. So we'll fill it up one more time, and then I think we'll be able to take this to town. Well, it's getting pretty late. I thought we could knock this field out today, but we have spent pretty much all day on it. I'm going to run this up to the co-op, see what kind of money we can't get off of this thing. But I think we're going to call it quits after that, because like I said, I have stuff to do. Once again, I know every single day I say this, but it's true, man. When you have a full-time family, I mean, yeah, this is my job, but family is important too, and this corn is a little bit on the earlier side. It's a little higher moisture. It's enough to take to the co-op, but like I said, family right now for me is first, so we will go ahead and deliver this corn. Not that we have that much to do anyways. I bet we won't even get a half or a quarter of a truckload off of it, because all we have is this little bit right here and that little block we have left to finish. Our soybeans over here are looking amazing. The neighbor's corn actually looks pretty solid too. And yeah. So, funny story about our soybean field over here. A government subsidy came in and basically told us that, yeah, that's CRP ground. So, we're not farming it, letting it grow for a few years, and we're getting paid for it. I'm not going to disclose the price because I think all the farmers in the area would give up their land if they saw. Here we are, man. We are here. I'm going to have to get somebody to move that off the scale or something. Here we go, pulling up on the unloading dock right here. Really hoping our truck can unload. And would you look at that, it's actually working, it's coming out, we're not going to have any problems at all, and I can't wait to see what we make off of this. Oh man, $26,000 later, this corn is premium, and we are heading back home. You know, if I had $1 for every time that something broke on this dang farm, probably wouldn't be farming. What's up, everybody? We're back today. Another beautiful October day. It is around lunchtime. I had a bunch of stuff to do. We noticed a couple of belts were broken on the Case IH, so we fixed her up. As you can see, got a brand new one right there. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. Word on the street is that our soybean platform is supposed to come in today. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping. It's a little smaller than this head. After the season, we're probably actually going to downsize. I know that seems really stupid, but I don't know if there's an option. I mean, we need to run up to the Case dealership at some point and just see if we can get the pipe or the auger extended, actually. Man, she sounds good this morning. Let's go ahead and pick her up. I think we're going to work on this down here. This seemed to be a little drier this morning. The stuff up here was still airing out, so this ought to be bone dry. Oh my god, crap! What? Oh man, how did that even happen? Top of the weld broke off and it just... Golly. Oh my god, I'm still glad we're shorter ahead, because this puts us out once again. God, the guys from Case are going to have to come down here and either fix this or we're... Goodness gracious. I mean, this day barely even... God, dude. What do I don't even know what to do now. Oh, dude, I'm mad. I'm mad. We got to go to the house for a little bit. Well, another day, We're unfortunately 5 days out now. Combine took forever, but I put a special request in. So, I'll show you guys right here. We got bin extensions and a longer auger. They fixed the weld on the front of this feeder house up here. Man, this thing's ready to rock and roll. We don't have to get rid of the 12 row anymore. We can hold about 400 more bushel, maybe? I think they said something like that. Anywho, we did get our soybean head delivered. It is a 30 foot. I think this is going to work out perfectly. It's a 1020 series. But we have corn to finish, and boy, am I going to be glad when we get done with it. And oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with corn harvest. Which, us done with corn harvest for the year. We had one field because soybean prices are so high, and we went all in. So, the only thing left to do now is go put the bean head on. We have to change a lot of settings and stuff with the combine, and I think this field in front of us is actually ready first. So, we'll go ahead and jump right on into beans here later. And we'll hang that right there. So, combine has diesel filled all the way up to the top. We are ready to rock and roll. Everything has changed over, and once again, man, look at this International 1480 just staring down the International 1620. I mean, technically they're brothers, one just way older than the other, and this is the new and improved version of that combine. This thing has been going crazy, minus a slight hiccup we had earlier, as you saw. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, so we'll come in here, try not to smack the light pole. I don't really know why they put an entrance to the field here. Get everything all fired up. Looks like everything's running good. Go ahead and just get right on into it. Oh crap, I didn't really think this one over. 1620 is full to the brim. She can't take no more. Now we're going to take a little hike over here. I didn't even stage any equipment. I got so excited that the new combine is actually working, and we have a, new grain tank extension and a longer auger. So can't get much better than this so far, so we'll go grab our John Deere, and I guess we can leave the semi-trucks right there. The one has corn in it, so we will have to take that in and get some money off of it. So now I'll do the correct thing. We'll transfer this auger wagon setup over to the soybean field. Probably won't even get, well, I don't know. Actually, we probably will. We'll probably get about another tank and a half full out of these beans. They're actually yielding pretty darn good, I'm not gonna lie. So, say we just jump right back on into it, keep hammering away, and then we'll take a load of grain up to the co-op. Well, here we are cranking away on our last pass of this soybean field. We are moving right along. This combine, you can go 4 to 5 mile an hour and not have hardly any grain loss, which is a lot different than we used to go like 2 to 3. So we're, for this day and age, we're going pretty fast. And like I said, we're not having a problem at all, and everything is looking great. So this is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with this harvester. Sad that the John Deere didn't work out because that was going to be a good combine. I just know it was. But can't complain about this case at all. So stepping out of the 1620, John Deere is all full. We'll go unload that into the semi. We'll run a load of grain up to the co-op. But one of our header carts came in, they parked it around back, and the next field we are going to, I cannot take this soybean head all the way over there. So we're going to load that up and then get it moved. Okay, I don't really know why they had to park it in the weeds or in the field, but we'll get this thing loaded up. Man, oh man, is that one beautiful setup right there. Look at that. The header all in its glory hooked up to the John Deere. We got our combine over here, but we need to go unload that grain cart and then take a load of grain into town. So that is ultimately one soybean field down. 3 to go, 2 kind of medium sized, and then that big monster back there. So the 4055 shut down, everything's powered off. We're actually going to take a load of beans in and see what kind of money we make. We have $122,000 in the bank, and I think after this harvest, we'll be doubling that easily. Well, here we are. Let's see what kind of damage we do. Ladies and gentlemen, $40,000 is not half bad. I expect to get that around 4 to 5 more times. I think we'll be sitting pretty good for the 2000s. Oh. Good morning again. It is the last day of harvest. Can you believe it? We are already done with the 1990 harvest, man. It has been long. I am tired. I am worn out. We end up picking up a couple more fields, and I'm exhausted. But now we have the biggest field to knock out of the way. So let's go ahead, jump in the truck. Let's head down there, make sure everything's running well, and get some beans done. So here is our bean field. My oh my. It's got a couple of little terraces in it, but it should take us all day, if not a day and a half, to get this done. I think we're going to hammer on through it, but that just depends if we have problems or not. Alright, got the 4455 started on the grain cart. Combine started as well. Beans are actually pretty dry. I think we're ready. I've got both the grain trucks up here. Those should be ready to fill up. I don't know if we will get, we might only get like a truck and a half, but if we get more, I cannot complain. Go ahead and lower this thing down, fire it up. Looks like everything is running nice per usual with the red machine. Don't have the problems that the green ones do. Nah, I'm just kidding. We like the green ones too on this farm, but I think everything's good. If I look around here, no beeps, no nothing. So let's just slowly edge on into this field. Yeah, she's eating it. So there's honestly not a great way to harvest this field. We could go completely around the field and kind of work that way as we would a normal size field, but since we have these terraces, I don't think that's going to work too well, so we'll probably just work on these little strips one at a time, knock them out, and then move over to the other. Popping down out of the case, we are not full, but I don't want to get too far and then not be able to unload and have to drive back, so we'll just hop out right here at the John Deere, drive under it, fill up. We already have some beans in this John Deere from the other field, and then I think we'll have to dump it in the Fruhof. Got this thing folded out. It is full. Oop, try not to get in the beans there. And we will unload into the blue truck first. Let's see if I can make this correctly. Don't want to hit the truck. I haven't had problems yet. Let's see. Can we get it? Can we get it? And there we go. We are unloading for the first time on this field. I mean, look at it. We already almost have, well, kinda. We're getting there to knocking 1/3 of it out. Actually, 4. There's 4 little parts of it, so we're about a 4th done already. Alright, now that we are unloaded and ready to go, I guarantee this tractor is not unloaded again, so we'll go up under the combine and see if it has any more. Just as I expected, it had a little bit more, but not enough to do a whole lot of damage, so we'll get back up in the case and just keep knocking this field out. Well, climbing down out of the 4455, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really feel good right now. Like, I don't know, something doesn't really feel right, so I'm gonna go back up to the house, call it a day, and hopefully we can get back up to it tomorrow. Hoping it's nothing serious, but with that being said, I'm gonna head up to the house now. At 10:55 that night, William had passed away. He was an honest, God-fearing man, and all he wanted to do was farm, keep his family happy. Although he never made it to the 2000s, he had high hopes and knew there was great things to come. And with that being said, May his soul forever rest in peace. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I know this is kind of an abrupt ending to this. His Farming Simulator, 25 slowly approaches us. I'm trying to wrap things up to where I'm not going to have to leave you guys hanging on a series in 22, because I'll be completely honest, when 25 comes out, I will be shifting all of my time and efforts onto the new Farming Simulator game. Unfortunately, if that means I have FS22 stuff, it's just going to be cut. That's just part of it, and that's just the way it's going to work around here. With that being said, I know that ending could be sensitive to some people. I just wanted to highlight that because, farmers are the backbone of America. It's just how it goes down, and, you get old, die of natural causes, and whatnot, but this is just, It's a tip of the ball cap to all the farmers and all the future farmers out there who put all their time and efforts into farming, producing food for America, and at the end of the day, working ridiculous hours and just making sure their families are taken care of, accounted for, and just putting agriculture first. With that being said, thank you guys for watching the series. We will come out with a mega cut of this, so I'll smash all the videos together into a single video so you guys can have that to watch whenever you would like. But without further ado, I want to thank you all. I'm currently looking at my monitor, and we are sitting at about 3,998 subscribers, so I'm sure by the time this gets released we'll probably be a little over 4,000. This video will also most likely be released the day before our 1-year anniversary of being a farm sim content creator. I'm working on doing something special for that. Hopefully I can have that go through, but I want to just give a thank you to everybody because this has been an incredible journey, and I want you all to stick around because I am not going anywhere. Thank you guys so much.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank, and it ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday,